Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. This is a NACAC Rural and Small Town SIG College Spotlight for Franklin and Marshall College. My name is Shelby Jones, and I'm an Assistant Dean of Admission here at F&M. I'm also an alumna of the college. I had a great 4 years, and I'm very happy to be back here working here.
I'm Philip Moravito. I'm also an Assistant Dean of Admission, and I am in my 4th year at Franklin or Marshall.
So Philip and I are going to lead this discussion, and hopefully by the end of this presentation, you will have a really good sense of what F&M has to offer for you.
Awesome. So to get started, I want to give you a sense of who we are as an institution so you can start to get your bearings of what we're about. And you can hopefully by the end of this video today, find that F&M maybe is a good fit for your college goals and for the things that you're looking for in a campus. And we'll chat more about opportunities to engage with us going forward. So you'll see here, we'll go over some kind of highlights and important things about Franklin and Marshall, but you'll learn more in depth about the college. We'd certainly love to continue the conversation after today. So to get started, you'll see that we're a 4-year private residential liberal arts college. So that's an important thing to know about us is that we are at the liberal arts as a main focus for us, and we'll chat more about that in a moment. We're located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, so we're about an hour west of Philadelphia, hour and a half west of Philadelphia, an hour and a half north of Baltimore. So you'll see, we'll talk more about accessibility and a little bit more about the city itself, but that's where we're located in about central Pennsylvania, south central Pennsylvania is where we're located. 2,400 students is our total undergraduate population. We are exclusively undergraduate. So that is another great thing about being at F&M for your 4 years is that you're going to be the focus of campus as an undergraduate student. There are no graduate students on campus. So our faculty are dedicated to working with you, researching with you, and teaching you in the classes. You'll see that our campus is a crossroads of the world. We intentionally try to create a diverse campus from students coming from all sorts of different backgrounds and walks of life. So you'll see around 23% of students in this most recent incoming class were first-generation college students, so the first in their family to go to college. You'll see around 25% identified as domestic students of color, as well as 21% eligible for the federal Pell Grant. So you'll see our students are coming from a variety of socioeconomic backgrounds, racial and ethnic backgrounds, and geographic backgrounds. Our students also come from 45 different states and 47 different countries. So coming from around the world to study at F&M, and we are excited to have such a diverse group of folks on campus to allow you to have the opportunity to share your voice in the classroom and also to be able to hear from others that are different than yourself as well.
We have over 60 major areas of study, but our 5 most popular majors are biology, psychology, business, also known as BOSS, also known as business, organizations, and society. So it's a bit of a liberal arts approach to the business major. Government and economics. We have a graduation rate of about 85% over a 6-year period. Something important to note about F&M is that we are located in a small city/urban campus, which I think is very much different than our peer institutions, which are more located in rural and suburban locations. So F&M, you have the benefits of being in an urban city setting, all while still having that sort of rural campus feel with lots of grass, lots of trees, and lots of space to spread out. We also are really heavy on research, so that is extending beyond the sciences. You can do research in any major, and as Philip said, being an undergraduate only institution, you don't have to fight with graduate students for those research opportunities.
So next I want to share a little bit about the academic experience at Franklin or Marshall and how you find your major. So you may find yourself on any point of the spectrum of knowing what you want to study to not knowing what you want to study. So if you're thinking about a specific area that you'd like to go into, say for example it's biology, then you would be able to take biology courses right off the bat when you get to Franklin or Marshall. You have until the end of your sophomore year to declare your major. So regardless of where you're at in your exploration, you'll have the opportunity to make an educated and thoughtful decision about what you hope to study. So if biology is what you're really thinking about, then you can take those courses, have a conversation with yourself and your advisors and say, is this really what I thought it was? Do I want to continue down this path? Is this going to connect to my after college goals? You'll also see students who are thinking about multiple different areas of study. So you can come in and take classes in biology and government, for example, and say, do I want to combine these in unique ways? Would I rather go one route over the other? You know, really have a thoughtful decision there in terms of what you hope to study. And if you're completely undecided, the great part about it is you have the full range of our curriculum to choose from. So you're not admitted into a specific college within a larger university or a specific department at Franklin or Marshall. During the application process, you simply indicate an interest to us. So once you get to F&M, you're able to enroll in any course that you have the prerequisites to do so. So it's a great opportunity to take classes, explore new things, and you may find yourself majoring in something that you didn't expect. You also see that we are a liberal arts college. That's a really important part of who we are. So we do ask our students to take classes across many different areas of the curriculum. So arts, humanities, social sciences, natural sciences, including a lab science course. In addition, we ask our students to take a course in non-Western civilizations. We ask our students to take a foreign language while they're here at F&M. We were founded as the first bilingual college in the country back in 1787. So that's something that we've asked our very first students to do all the way until now, is to take a second language. So that means either continuing a language that you started in high school or starting a brand new one from scratch if you're interested in doing so. You'll see that I think all of those different areas are not meant to make you jump through certain hoops in order to graduate or to take classes you're not interested in. Rather, it's allowing you to build connections across the curriculum that will provide you with really important skill sets that are going to be important to whatever you decide to do after you leave F&M. So with students graduating typically have strong collaboration skills, strong reading and writing skills, critical thinking skills, problem solving. All of these important skill sets are going to be so useful to whatever you decide to do after you leave F&M.
Mm-hmm. We set new standards of academic excellence at F&M through what we do in the classroom. About 80% of our classes are discussion-based. So that's going to be probably different from what you've experienced thus far in high school. You're going to be asked to actively participate in the class and have a really active role in this discussion that's taking place. The professor isn't going to just lecture at you for however long the class is. They're going to really want you to be engaged and participate in the class. Our average class size is about 17 students, so you do have a really intimate learning environment to feel comfortable sharing those opinions that we ask you to do. In addition, our faculty to student ratio is 9:1. So not only do you have a lot of access to your peers, you have a lot of access to the faculty, which really can further enhance your learning and add a lot more meaning to your education by getting to know the faculty on a more personal level. Okay, anything else academics-wise, Philip?
No, I think that covers it.
Okay, perfect.
So we want to share some more opportunities to learn more about F&M after today. So the first that I'll mention is our student fly-in program. That's our Collegiate Leadership Summit. So you'll hear it referred to as CLS here at Franklin or Marshall. It's a fly-in program that we offer in the fall. It's a really great opportunity for students coming around the country to come together to see Franklin or Marshall for yourself, to start having conversations with current students and make a decision whether F&M is a good place for you. You'll also see that our students are coming in and they're learning really great leadership skills that are preparing them to be leaders on whatever college campus they ultimately choose to enroll at. So it is a great program. We invite students from all over the country. So I'd encourage you to apply. You can go onto our website and see more information about the status of the program this coming fall and see information about what you would need to submit in order to apply to the program. In addition, we offer a spring fly-in program for our admitted students as well. So that is something that we also offer for students who apply and are admitted to the college. In both of those programs, you'll see that the cost of transportation to get to the college is covered. So you don't have to worry about additional expenses in order to come see us. Shelby's going to chat a little bit more about other visit opportunities.
Yes. While you're on our website researching the CLS and the summer fly-in programs, you can check out our virtual offerings for now. So we really want you to engage with our offerings because that's going to give you the best taste of what we have to offer once you would eventually get on campus. You can do a virtual tour, which will be with our current tour guide. So not only is it a great way to see and kind of get the lay of the land for campus, you can interact with current students and get their perspectives of their time at F&M. We also offer information sessions, which is kind of like what we're doing now, just a little bit more detailed, and it allows you the opportunity to ask questions as we go through the presentation. Once you would get on campus, we have a lot of resources for students to make sure that they feel academically supported. I highly encourage you to check out this link, but I can talk about some of our offerings briefly now. We have a writing center for students because F&M is a very writing heavy curriculum. We want to make sure that our students feel prepared to write those long research papers and to be able to convey their thoughts in an eloquent way. So the writing center is completely student run. You'll be tutored by somebody who's your peer and it makes it a little bit more approachable. We have other tutoring for math, sciences, and other departments in a different setup called the Quantitative Resource Center. We have accessibility services for students who have learning differences and need certain accommodations to make sure that they can learn to their fullest potential. We have a full service staff in that office, which is the Accessibility Services Office, to make sure that students get what they need to be academically successful. We also have the academic support programs, which kind of are multifaceted. They include a peer mentoring element. You can learn how to create a study schedule. We have a professional learning specialist to make sure that you have the resources for whatever you need to make sure that you're successful. And since we are in the middle of COVID and we know that students can't come to campus, but maybe are very curious about what it looks like, we have a tour guide-led campus video walk tour at the Vimeo link. So I highly encourage you to check that out. It's about 10 minutes, so you can look at that at your leisure, and it's led by students who just graduated in May. So it's a really great perspective of campus. All right, Philip, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, so I want to give you a sense of what our campus layout is, and definitely if you engage with some of our visit resources, you'll be able to get a better sense of the campus itself. But you'll see this is a shot of campus that is facing southward, so you'll see on the right-hand side is actually all 5 of our college houses. That's a pretty unique thing to F&M, is the residential college houses. You live there in your first year, and you'll be affiliated with your college house throughout the entire 4 years that you're there. You're going to take a first-year course called a Connections course in your college house and live with the students taking that class with you. So that's something that's unique about F&M. We create that living and learning community right off the bat when you get to the college, and it becomes a 4-year home base for you, which is really nice. All of our college houses are located on the right-hand side of your screen. You also see our old football field on the left-hand side. And traveling forward, you'll see different campus buildings, including the Martin Library. In addition, you see the Barshinger Center for the Arts. So if you do our virtual tour on campus, you'll see more about all the different things, but it gives you a sense of what our campus looks like. It's very traditional in terms of big green open spaces and lots of accessibility between buildings, probably about 10 minutes at most walking from the 2 furthest points on campus.
And lots of brick. We love brick at F&M.
Lots of brick as well.
Okay, so if all of this sounds like something that you could see yourself being at a place for 4 years, let's talk about how you can get here.
Awesome. So we'll start off with the common application or the coalition application. That is the first step to applying to be an F&M student. Once you submit the application, you'll have access to an application portal that will show all the different things that we'll ask from you in terms of requirements and that kind of thing. You'll see that there's different deadlines for admission. There are 4 different rounds, 2 rounds of early decision. We have an early music notification round for students that want to share a musical talent with us, as well as a regular decision round. All of those are available on our website, and you can see the different deadlines there. We don't require the SAT or the ACT. We are test optional. So you really have the opportunity to decide for yourself what you want to show to us. We do a holistic read of the application. So we're reading your essays, we're reading your recommendation letters, everything that you're sending in to us. We're getting a sense of who you are as a person and as an individual. So you can choose to submit a test score to be a part of that, or you can choose not to. To see the full list of all of our different application requirements, I definitely encourage you to go to our website. And you'll see that there's different application fee waivers as well that are going to be available on the common application or the coalition application, and you can select one of those when applying to waive the application fee.
We really want F&M to be as accessible as we can be to every student out there. So with that in mind, we are a need-based only financial aid institution. So that means that you will fill out the FAFSA, the CSS profile, submit other text documents, and then whatever is institutionally determined, we will guarantee that for all 4 years that you're on campus. So essentially the financial aid process will begin October 1st of the year that you're applying. And additionally, once you get, if you were to get in and decide that F&M is the place for you, we do offer enrollment fee waivers. So that's going to be more towards the late spring for you by request. But I would just encourage every student to get questions about fee waivers, whether that's application fee waivers, enrollment fee waivers, and admission and application stuff. Please reach out to your regional dean. They will be the best resource for you and will get you the help that you need with that.
So we want to share some things that make F&M unique and make us distinctive. So I think first and foremost is the College House community that I mentioned, and I talked a little bit about that earlier, and having that 4-year home base while you're there. Research opportunities, we also touched on a little bit, the opportunity to work with faculty hand in hand, to publish research while you're on campus, and also to do your own innovative research while you're here at F&M. Our joint studies major, it's considered this, it is technically the second most popular major at the college. So I think that's something that shows how our students operate in terms of their academic interests. They're very interdisciplinary, very multidisciplinary in their learning styles. So they're going down multiple different routes rather than just a single. And I think that's another great thing about our students is that they're very curious academically, and they're not afraid to follow their passion. Shelby, do you want to talk a little bit more about our location?
Sure. As we've mentioned, we are located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So we are in a small city. We are extremely accessible to all of the major East Coast cities, including Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, New York City, and even Boston if you wanted to go there. We have a train station less than a mile from campus. We have bus lines, as well as access to major highways. But our campus is a gorgeous campus located in a beautiful city of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is a true blending, not a blend, but a melting pot, if I can use the right terms. We are a refugee city, so we have people coming from all over the world to our cute little city of Lancaster, and it's really had an amazing impact on our cultural scene, our food scene, our arts scene. So basically anything that you would want to do in a really large urban area, you can do in Lancaster, but still have that small town, small college town feel. And then here's Lancaster. It's an overview of the city. So you can see not a ton of high rises, but definitely lots of businesses, lots of things to do downtown.
Yeah, and I'll also mention that students do a lot of service work and internships downtown. And in addition to going to shops and restaurants with their friends, it's really great that you can step off campus and be in Lancaster at any moment because our campus is located within the city.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I think that is all the time that we have today. Really, thank you so much for joining us for this presentation, and hope that you would want to learn more about F&M and the things that we can offer you. Again, my name is Shelby Jones, and this is Philip Morabito. We are available to you if you need any sort of assistance or want to learn more about F&M. But thank you so much for watching, and hope to get to speak with you all soon.
Yes, thank you for joining us, and have a good one.